Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be showing you the easiest and quickest way to get the best French manicure, and here is how they turned out in the end. So I'm just going to get right into it. We are starting with nail prep. So I am pushing back my cuticles. I actually haven't done my nails in a couple weeks, so my cuticles definitely did need some work. I'm just using my metal cuticle pusher, and then with the other side of the cuticle pusher, I'm using that side to scrape off some of the dead skin that was around the cuticle area. And I don't trim my cuticles just because I don't feel comfortable with that, but if you do, then yeah, that would definitely help out with making the manicure look even better. But pushing back your cuticles will definitely do the trick and be good enough. You could also use a cuticle remover to help remove your cuticles and make them look a little bit better. I have actually never used that before, so I can't personally recommend that. But I have heard the Sally Hansen one is really good, so I do want to try that sometime. And I did actually spend quite a while on my cuticles since I haven't done my nails in a while, but I just kind of sped things up just so it's not taking up a big portion of the video, because I know pushing back my cuticles isn't the most interesting thing. So next thing for nail prep is buffing my nails. So I'm just taking my buffing block and I'm just going to buff all of my nails, making sure to get all of the edges and corners and just all over the nail. And I do usually like to buff going different directions. So I go like up and down and then across the nail, and then sometimes I even do like diagonal. I just dusted my nails off, and now for the final prep step that I am doing on my natural nails, I am going to be using this Model 1's dehydrator and just applying that to all of my nails, trying to avoid my cuticles. It's not like the biggest deal if you accidentally get some on your cuticles, but just try not to, because it does obviously dehydrate and you don't want to dehydrate your cuticles, of course. So yeah, this stuff helps quite a bit with the Gel X nails and press-on nails, and pretty much anything like gel polish also. So I totally recommend getting some dehydrator, but it's totally fine if you don't have dehydrator, because you can also use acetone, because acetone will dehydrate your nails as well. And if you don't really want to dehydrate them, you could at least use like some rubbing alcohol, and that will cleanse your nails. So I am done with my natural nail prep. Now I just have to do nail prep for the fake nails I'm going to be using. So these are the fake nails I am using, and yes, they do already have the French tips on them, which is why this is the easiest way to get French nails at home. And aside from like press-on nails, like those might be a little bit easier, but these are way better than just regular French tip press-on nails, because you can do the Gel X method using these. Since they are sheer enough that light can go through the nail and cure the gel fully. So in my opinion, they're way better than just regular press-on nails, because you can do Gel X with them. They're better quality, they'll last longer. It's a lot less work and takes up a lot less time than actually painting the French tip by hand. And then, of course, it is way cheaper than going to a salon to get your French nails done. So this is like a win-win-win. You really can't go wrong with these. I did get these from Temu for a really great price, so I will link that in the description box below. But I do know a lot of nail brands have started making these because they have become really popular like in this past year. You can also get these in different shapes and lengths. I chose the short coffin, but there are a lot of others you can choose from. There's so many different brands, and you can even find some that have a different French tip color. So if you don't want just like the classic French tip, I've seen like black, pink, blue, so many different colors. There's also ones where you can choose what the nude color is as well. So now I'm just going to size these nails out. So I'm just putting the fake nail over my natural nails just to see which ones fit the best. And I always go for the larger one if I'm kind of stuck between two sizes. Always go for the larger one, I would recommend, just because you can always file it down and you don't want to end up with a nail that is too small. Now I'm just doing the bend test to make sure that it doesn't leave a mark and doesn't break or anything like that, to see how good these nails hold up. And this one did pretty well. It didn't leave a mark, and when I bent it back, it did kind of keep its shape pretty well. So I'll definitely give it a 5-star on the bend test. I did also really think it was helpful that both sides were pre-etched, so no need to buff. I am also going to be doing my right hand the same exact thing as my left hand, which if you've seen any of my other videos, you probably know that I usually have different nails on each hand, but for once I'm actually going to have matching nails on both hands. I'm not really going to film the other hand, but I will definitely show you at the end. So like I said earlier, I am just sizing them out, and for any of the nails that don't fit my natural nail, I am just going to file the sides down wherever it doesn't fit, and I actually had to do that with all of them, so don't be surprised if you have to file them down for all 5 of your nails. That's definitely common to not have them fit perfectly. So I'm just filing wherever it doesn't fit my natural nail. So just like around the sides. Sometimes it doesn't really fit around the cuticle, so I might file that a little bit as well. I did end up filing all of the nails, but I felt like I didn't really need to include all 5 of the nails being filed in this video, so you'll just see a couple of the nails being filed, and then I'll move on to the next step, just to save a little bit of time in this video. So as you can see, after I filed it, the nail is fitting my natural nail sidewall to sidewall. It's not overlapping onto my skin or cuticle, and it's also not too small either. It's covering all of my nail. To apply the nails, I'm going to be using this mini nail lamp, which is really great for applying Gel X nails. And then I'm also going to be using my Beetles Gel X nail glue. I also set aside a micro brush and some acetone just in case I accidentally get some gel on my skin. I can just quickly wipe it off. So I'm just applying some of the gel glue onto the fake nail, and I just try to get it around the area of where it's going to be touching my natural nail. Plus, I always put a little bit extra at the bottom. So I'm starting around the cuticle area, and then I'm just going to slowly bring down the nail until it is completely flat on my nail, and this method will help prevent air bubbles. When I'm ready and I have the nail in place and I make sure that there's no gel on my skin or anything like that, I just bring it into the nail lamp, and I'm just going to be doing a flash cure because I can fully cure all of the nails after I have them all applied. Before I cure it, I am just cleaning up some of the gel that seeped out using my micro brush and acetone. But one thing I did want to mention is, since the French tips aren't actually made out of gel, they do come off really easily with acetone. So if you are using acetone, just make sure to be very careful around the French tip. Otherwise, it'll come off pretty easily. We are about done with the nail set now, but there are a few more steps. So I'm first going to just file them just a little bit to make sure they're nice and smooth and even. As I mentioned earlier, I was just flash curing each of the nails, so they do need a full cure in the large lamp. So that is what I'm doing now. Here is how the nails look so far. So you could definitely end right here, and this could be the finished look with a matte finish, or you could even add some extra nail art if you would like. But I just don't think they would last as long if you don't put a top coat. So I am going to be applying a top coat. If you want to keep it matte, you could always add a matte top coat, or you could add a shiny top coat and just buff off the shiny finish, and then that would make a matte finish. But I do want a shiny finish because I usually like shiny nails better than matte, so I'm just going to be using my shiny top coat. So this is the Amili gel top coat. You could also use just a regular nail polish top coat. I would recommend a gel polish top coat though, just because it'll make the nails stronger, it'll last longer. You could also always add a second layer of top coat just to make them even more durable. This was my first time trying out Premade French Tip Gel X nails, and I really enjoyed it. It definitely saves a lot of time, it's way easier, and you can even add more nail art onto it if you would like. So I definitely had a great experience with these Premade French tip nails, and I would totally recommend trying them out. I usually don't say what my next video is going to be, but I thought I'd just tell you because I do actually know what it's going to be. So the next video is going to be a Maniology nail stamping video, so that is pretty exciting. So definitely stay tuned for that, like and subscribe. And here I am just adding some cuticle oil to my cuticles, can't forget about that. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you think you would try these pre-made French tip nails out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye everyone!